rented a store in Aqua Diving Academy's building, which is a dive school, a scuba diver school. And they used to go on trips, 2 or 3 trips every year to different places to go diving. Well, one year they were going to go to Haiti, and they asked us if we wanted to go. And I said, well, maybe, I don't know. I had never been to Haiti, never knew anything about Haiti. So anyways, me and Kathy decided we'd go. It was going to be a dive trip for, I think, 10 days or something like that.
In the early 1980s, Greg and Kathy Brooks were running their own swimming pool company. Their business was seasonal, allowing them to travel during the winter to a variety of destinations. In November 1984, they were offered the chance to go on a dive trip to Haiti. This innocent decision would end up instating a series of monumental changes in their lives, leading to the creation of the treasure hunting company, Subsea Research. The trip, however, was not without its dangers.
Greg and I like to venture out and see what the country is really like out there. So this one day, he and I and another couple, Mel and Pat, decided to go on a daily excursion. The guys wanted to go into the rum factory and the girls wanted to go to the marketplace. We had rented a van. We had a guide who was with us, and he sat in the back seat and he instructed us, how to get to where we needed to be. And as we were leaving the rum factory to head to the marketplace, a soldier jumped in front of our van and pointed a gun at Greg, right at his head, and he said, "I want to see your papers." This is what the guy told us he said. So Greg gave him his main driver's license, and the guy took it and kicked dirt on it, threw it on the ground, and he got into the van. We were petrified, and he made us drive up into the mountains. It took probably a couple of hours, and it got colder and colder as we drove. And we got to the top, and they took out Greg and Mel, the two men, and left us women in the van. And we were surrounded slowly but surely by hundreds of people looking at us in the van. And we were so scared for Mel and for Greg. We didn't know what had happened. And when they returned, which they did after several hours, we weren't sure what to do. Should we leave the van and try and go help them? Do we stay here? Do we leave and try and find help? We didn't know our way around. We were scared. We were in a foreign country and nobody knew where we were. It was really frightening. When they came back, they told us the story of how they were led across this courtyard with grates in the ground with moaning people underneath. And we were told that if their families didn't come and feed them, they didn't eat. So when they got into the room, they were questioned by several men in the room, and they kept using the guide saying, "What do they want? What do they want?" And he said, "What they want is you rented the van and they didn't get their share. The government did not get their share of the money from the van that you rented." And then they looked at Greg and they said, one of them just kept staring at him and he went like this. He went, "Karate? Chuck Norris?" He recognized him from the movies and he thought Greg was Chuck Norris. So Greg worked it and he was making the moves and everything. And everyone started applauding and clapping and they let them go.